This is Stan J. Caterbone at 1250 Fremont Street, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 17603. It's 8:30 a.m. on Saturday, December 26, 2020, the day after Christmas. I'm going to give an update to the state of affairs of my targeting. I'm going to start by tracing the targeting back to 1986 when I was building Financial Management Group. Now, it culminated in 1987 when I blew the whistle on ISC after the meeting of June 23, 1987, and after I was developing and building the first digital movie with Tony Bon Jovi and Power Station Studios. Now, at that time, before the meeting, I was also doing commercial lending, and we were bidding on lending people, developers, money from all over the country for projects of $3 to $100 million. So all that was at stake, and that's when Manheim Township Police virtually arrested me for stealing my own files out of my own office, confiscated my airplane illegally, and in September 2nd, 1987, the Manheim Township Police filed 5 felonies and 4 misdemeanors against me. And ISC at the time was going through a merger with Ferrani, a defense contractor in England. And in March 1988, after the merger was completed, all the charges were dismissed. So I'm tracing the targeting back to that time. Now, before that, of course, it can be traced back to MK Ultra, my father in the Navy, and his targeting in the 60s by the Lancaster City Police, and my targeting now by the Lancaster City Police. That's a common denominator, and it's hard to get away from the fact that my father was a victim of MK Ultra, the CIA mind control, as well as my brother Sammy with the LSD experiments in the Air Force. Now, this past year, 2020, really opened up the information regarding some of these programs, COINTELPRO, that are illegal, U.S.-sponsored mind control, the targeting using microwave weapons and things of that nature. There are several high-profile whistleblowers that came forward this year with illuminating information. Dr. Robert Duncan, the scientist who worked on these weapons, specific weapons that target me, with DARPA, the CIA, and a host of other people. Then there was CIA whistleblower Barbara Hartwell, who was CIA, and she ran the PSYOPs programs for the CIA. Not all of them, but some of them. She was a PSYOPs operative. Now, she came forward last year, I think in October of 2019. Then there's Karen Stewart, of course, who's been a whistleblower for the NSA. And now we've got a problem in it being people are trying to get Julian Assange and Edward Snowden and Reality Winner, other whistleblowers that are imprisoned. Snowden's not in prison, but he's in asylum in Russia. They're trying to get them pardoned now by Trump. And Trump's going to come out with more high-level pardons in the following weeks. Now, Julian Assange, his targeting, he's being tortured just the way I am, only he's in prison over in London. And the United States is trying to extradite him back here and charge him and commit him to prison for 175 years. So all this is culminating around me, especially with my complaints to the United Nations dating back to 2009. Now, the past month or so, the targeting against me has escalated. The break-ins, the vandalism, the thefts, the computer hacking, the stalking, and harassment, especially by 1252 Fremont, 1256, and 1242. It's all stepped up. It's all, as Dr. Robert Duncan would say, on steroids. So I'm giving this update today, December 26, 2020, Saturday, the day after Christmas. Now, of course, I've got litigation going on in several courts. I'm in the U.S. Supreme Court. My case against Lancaster County Prison goes back to the U.S. Supreme Court justices on January 8, 2020. Now, I filed 2021. I filed a motion for reconsideration when they denied my most recent petition to the United States Supreme Court. So, I'm in litigation in U.S. Supreme Court. I'm also in litigation in Second Circuit Court regarding another NSA case where I'm moving on the case. You can look at the docket. Then, of course, I still have a pending amicus down in Florida in Broward County for the Nicholas Cruz case. That doesn't count all my other cases that are still active and open, including Caterbone versus Duke Street in the Lancaster County Court of Common Pleas, case 0813373, with Judge Miller presiding, and that is where I file a lot of the exhibits. Now, regarding the technology using microwaves, satellites, whatever you want to call it, with synthetic telepathy and torture regarding pain and things like that, and moving hands and things like that, is so well documented today, and it's being broadcast by major news outlets. The problem is, the city of Lancaster and County of Lancaster want to continue this phony, fabricated mental illness rap that began in 1987. Now, as far as the fabricated stalking charges in 2017 and 2019, that I'm on probation for 15 years until I'm 77, which is the date, the age my father died, which is very convenient. I'm trying to do things to get those charges dismissed, which they need to be dismissed sooner or later. In and above itself, I need relief. I need financial relief in the courts. I need relief from the stalking, from the harassment, from the computer hacking. I'm in litigation. Every time people come in here and delete files or modify files, that's obstruction of justice. This has to stop. Anyway, I could go on for hours. It's now 8:39 a.m., Saturday, December 26, 2020. I'm in my basement home office, bedroom, bathroom, laundry room at 1250 Fremont Street, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 17603. This is Stan J. Caterbone and the Advanced Media Group. You have a good day. Goodbye.